Good morning, my name's Claire and I'm reviewing the Vax Blade 32V Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. For a bit of perspective, we're a family of 4 and my 2 children are aged 1 and 2, so we make a lot of mess in this house. We've had it for a week now, so I've had a good chance to test it out. If I show you the functions and how it all works, and then I'll go through some pros and cons, and then I'll show you the Hoover in action. So it has the power button just here. That's how you turn it both on and off. On the back here it's got a battery life indicator. On the left hand side that's a boost mode just to make it a bit more powerful, and there's a brush bar which is on the right hand side, which activates a little brush on the main head that spins round, and it's really good for on the carpet actually, that brush bar. To empty the Hoover you just lift this lever here, and there's a button here, so this whole of the top sort of head part of the Hoover can remove from the pipe at the bottom here, and there's also another button just at the bottom which removes the head. And there are 2 alternative heads that you can use, so there's a brush head and then there's a more sort of precision head. They can fit in either there on the top of the Hoover, or you can fit them in on the bottom of the Hoover. And you can also buy, so those are the 2 that come with it, you can also buy a pet hair head as well, which we're going to look into getting. The pros first of all, so I think it looks really smart. I think it looks like just as good really as any of the cordless vacuum cleaners. It is quite powerful. I find it just as powerful as our main Hoover for picking up crumbs. It's nice and easy to empty. It stores easily, so it stores on a little cradle on the wall. So it's nice and tidy, there's no leads trailing all over the place. It's great for quick spills and it's great for after meal times. It's really, really handy. It's completely sped everything up having a baby and a toddler. It's great for taking upstairs, it's nice and light, it's great for using in the car as well. And it has, the head actually swivels when you move the Hoover around, so it swivels from side to side. You can get it underneath furniture a little bit as well, which I find really useful. The negatives that I would say, I do find it quite heavy to use, not so much carrying around, but it's quite heavy as you're actually hoovering. It doesn't, so that's that slot you can see at the back there, that's the part for the cradle, and then the bit for the charging power supply is actually underneath. So I know some of the Hoovers you literally just put it on the cradle and it will charge itself. That's not the case with this one, unfortunately. It also isn't always great for picking up some of the bigger lumps of things, food and things. I put some flour on the floor because I thought that would be a good way of testing it out. And I'll just hoover up the flour just to show you how well it works. So I'm going to press the on button at the top there. There we are. So it is nice and efficient, and if I press the brush bar for you now as well, then you can just see how that works. So turn it on at the top and then I'll press that button down at the bottom there. So that works really, really well on carpet. So overall I would say it's a really good Hoover. It's completely changed our lives as a family with kids. That sounds really sad to say, but it's true. It has made life quicker and easier. Things like arts and crafts aren't a problem anymore. And it's been nice and reliable as well so far. So overall I would thoroughly recommend it. Good morning, my name's Claire and I'm reviewing the Vax Blade 32V Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. For a bit of perspective, we're a family of 4 and my 2 children are aged 1 and 2, so we make a lot of mess in this house. We've had it for a week now, so I've had a good chance to test it out. If I show you the functions and how it all works, and then I'll go through some pros and cons, and then I'll show you the Hoover in action.